All right, welcome back. We are in episode 3 of Chillin with Dylan, sports, music, and light takes. I know it's been a while since we last seen each other, but the boy is back, and we here to deliver more content. I know there was supposed to be a video on the championship, but the recording I did, it just my predictions a little off. So sometimes we gotta start something different, start something new. Shout out to Michigan, but I'm joined today by a very special guest. We got my man Lorenzo Petersen over here, the ace from the great state himself, one of the best pitchers that I know, one of the best baseball players I personally know, and one of my former classmates at CAU. Welcome, Lorenzo. It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. Great to be here.
Man, appreciate you for taking your time out the day to do this with me, and looking forward. But gotta start off. So, how old were you when you first started playing baseball?
I started pretty late as of the baseball world. Guys play t-ball, play the farm ball and such. I started around 7 or 8. That's the learning curve for me was kind of straight to it. Like it was dog eat dog world for me. So if you weren't going to be able to do it, you got to get out. But this is something I was very natural with my athletic background from playing football and baseball, maybe football and basketball before, and so I just had to learn the methodical part of the game. It's 80% mental game and 20% physical game. So learning how all the scenarios, the situations of baseball, that's where the growing pains were, not rather than physically. That came to me pretty easily.
Okay. I like that little slight flex. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was a natural thing, but had to learn the ins and outs. So you having that background with other sports, do you feel like that gives you a different kind of edge and competitive mentality when approaching and playing baseball now?
Oh, definitely. Knowing like I said previously, my football background, like even to go back a little farther, I played football my whole life before I took baseball as just strictly baseball. I was played football growing up and in football in high school, my freshman, sophomore, and senior year. And my senior year, I threw numbers up from being first team all conference, playing both sides of the ball, all area and such, lineman of the year. So my my resume's there. It just happened it wasn't for me. I had an injury where I couldn't play anymore, and that's a more of an internal thing. But let me say, play contact sports, not play.
Okay.
Definitely could play right now, but
Okay. Ooh.
don't want to get hurt.
Let it be known. Okay, well, for those who don't know, he is a Cowboys fan. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, you got to give Jerry a call and say, hey, get me out there, man. What's
Hey
going
man,
on?
whatever they need, I'm here.
So most baseball players, especially most pitchers, they have a background as a quarterback, and
Yeah.
you playing offensive line and defensive line, that's just very different than most baseball players that make that transition. When you started playing baseball, were you initially a pitcher, and was that the position that you wanted to play, or what was the position that you started out with?
I started out as a third baseman. Always had this good arm. That's why I'm a pitcher now. But always had a good arm, and I was a little chunkier kid, so had to throw me in a spot where I didn't have to move much, but I could make that throw. I could catch the ball. So little league, you had to do what you had to do. And eventually, I played first base in high school, first base in the college, my first year at Clark Atlanta. But pitching came to me probably around maybe age 9 or 10. Coach said, "Let's try it out. You got a good arm." That was some growing pains right there. Like you learning. Let me say, it's a development from a lot of people understand. You understand the background of pitching and understanding how to pitch, but you don't understand how to pitch until you get to maybe 17, 18, 19 years old.
Right.
These guys are throwers. They don't know how to methodically move and set up hitters and such. This game is very, very psychological. There's a point where
Absolutely.
you're gonna be. I can party after the football game. I can't party after a baseball game. I really can't. I'm just mentally drained. So
I got that.
yeah, it gave me. Let me say, go back to answer your question. My football background gave me an edge as a competitive. I may not have all 5 tools, but I've learned this week. There's a sixth tool people talk about.
Oh,
The heart. I got a big heart.
okay. I like
I'm
that.
a big heart. I'm gonna leave everything out. I'm a dog. I'm gonna leave everything out there.
He said, "You see that? I got that dog in me." I
Got
like
that dog in me. You feel me?
Okay. So, you mentioned how, you were very multifaceted and talented, and that, that gives you a different edge, as a player, currently. Were there any players that you were that you would say you draw your most influence from, or that you could be compared to?
Oh, definitely. Being as a kid, as you know, I'm from California, but getting more descriptive, Vallejo, California, Bay Area.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of guys come from the Bay Area, but specifically my city is CC Sabathia. Pitcher, played for the Yankees, Brewers, and Indians. Looked
Yes,
up to him
sir.
and gave back to the community. Always wanted to be like him. But then also, the later I get and older I get in my life, I understand that I'm not that same person. First of all, he's left-handed. I'm not 6'7" either. So we're not going to pitch the same at all. But I can emulate you in every given fashion and
Right.
facet that I want to be, because I'm a kid. I do whatever I want. I want to be the next week. I want to be a old school Tim Lincecum. I want to be
Okay.
a Barry Zito or somebody like that. But I'm a kid, so I always change my mind. But that was the person who stuck with me all the time. I always wanted to be like him.
Okay, so that's, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and especially with you being an ace, that's a great person to really watch
Definitely,
and emulate.
definitely a
Because
black ace.
speaking to that, because you being, I mean, the elephant in the room, you're an African American baseball player
Yes.
currently in the MLB. I checked, but statistically, there's only the league is represented by only 6% of African American players currently. And then you and I, we the same age. We remember growing up watching, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., uh, who else? You know what I'm saying? Like just we remember watching those days and those kind of play. Matt Kemp, you know what I'm saying? Guys that were
Jimmy
from
Rollins,
right.
Ryan Howard,
Andrew McCutcheon, no
mm-hmm.
homegrown black talent, and now
Lorenzo came.
he keep going, he keep going.
Keep
So
going.
like we remember a time when baseball was still pretty popular amongst young black youth, but obviously basketball and football today are much more popular. But
Yes.
with the numbers so low, what do you think is something that would change that trend, and why do you feel like it's important for black kids to still play baseball today?
Well, that was a very layered.
It's-
I'm gonna
I
break it
threw a
down
lot
per.
at you.
Right.
I threw a
So
lot at you. I ain't gonna lie.
you did. So I would say, to answer the first part, let's say baseball is leaving the community as a black community because we're getting priced out. We're getting priced out. By itself, you can go. Let's say, for example, let's say basketball. Basketball, you can play by yourself, practice by yourself. You get a pair of shoes. You're gonna have a pair of shoes anyway. You don't need basketball shoes, but you get a pair of shoes anyway.
Right.
So that's what $70, $70 to $150 on the high range. You got a basketball. You get a basketball for $30, and you go to any basketball court. There's probably 5 or 6 basketball courts in a 10-mile radius. You practice by yourself. You practice pickup games. Go to a gym.
Go get some
That's what
shots.
you get. Baseball by itself, you need to have a glove.
Mm-hmm.
That ranges from $30 to $400 or $500. That right there says if you don't have the money, you can't play. Now it's more of a country club game. If you can't pay, you can't play. You can't. And the thing is now, as of like children and the developmental stages, they don't get to play much because it's almost overhyped with travel ball. Travel ball has taken a monopoly over children.
Mm.
And as me, I didn't play travel ball until about 14, 15. I played rec ball, Little League. The one that be on TV, Little League World Series.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
get that now. There's not a lot of kids that may play the bare minimum just so they can meet that requirement, that the bare minimum games, so they can play in the playoff games. Kids now, you gotta be able to, if you like my parents, they said you commit to one thing, you're gonna commit to it all the way.
Right.
If you sign up for 2 things, we're committed to it all the way.
You're gonna stick.
And so to keep on going with that, it's a country club game. There's not a lot of people playing. It's expensive. It's hard to get into, and even harder, they're not in our areas. Like I said, it's 10-mile radius. You may have 5 or 6 basketball courts or gyms. There may be 5 or 6 baseball, I'm gonna say field courts, but fields. But who's on that field? Who are you gonna practice with? First, you got baseballs. Baseball expensive by yourself. I'm a coach right now. Baseballs cost a dozen at minimum $60.
It's not. None of this is cheap.
Then you need a bat, a glove, cleats.
The expenses just keep rising.
To keep on going, you're gonna spend $1,000 a year because cleats only last maybe, if you have one pair of cleats, it may last a season. that's just probably the spring. You never know. You play in summer ball.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I forgot what was the next portion to that question.
I was just saying, like what, what's the significance for you, in terms of being a black baseball player? Is a lot of pressure that you feel like you're shouldering to kind of inspire, us getting back to being interested and invested in baseball as a community?
Well, that's with everything. You always want to give your best foot forward. If I'm gonna go out there and skip rocks, I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best person to skip rocks. Always inspire. So, um, I'm always trying to promote my people, but overall, just being kids.
Okay.
Someone needs that person to look up to, and it can be anything. Like I said, skipping rocks. Just having someone to look up. He's the best player out there. I want to be like him. I always want to be that beacon of hope for kids, so they can be, oh, I can do it. He can do it. Why can't I?
How can I? Okay, okay. I feel that. So when you got selected for the HBCU Classic, which once again, congratulations, by the way, phenomenal accomplishment. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
definitely. Well, how describe like how it felt? You know what I'm saying? One, knowing that okay, my skill as a collegiate pitcher is being recognized, and to put some stats out there for those that don't know, you struck out 162 batters in your collegiate career, which I mean, I don't know if you can remember each and every single time. You might, but that's a lot of batters that you faced in your day.
It is.
But you got recognized for your accomplishments, but then also coming from an HBCU, and this was at your second school at Grambling State.
Yes.
How did it feel, saying representing HBCU athletics at the highest stage?
Like you said, going with these layered questions. Let's
Hey,
say,
man,
we'll
I
give you
gotta
a quick
ask, I
story.
gotta ask the good ones, man.
Yeah,
These
yeah, I love it. I love it. I'll give you a quick story before I answer it, right? So, the HBCU Classic, guys, it was in Seattle at T-Mobile Park. I'm back home in California for Christmas break. I'm gonna tell it the drop Ken Griffey dropped it MLB saying we're gonna have the best top 50 HBCU players Division One. So I was like, oh. I told my mom and dad, I said, y'all better come. Y'all better get your tickets now. This is just me just saying things, but I'm being like real, being 100% genuine.
You gotta speak it into
God
existence.
manifested, right? God manifested. So I go out, play my career, right? I mean, not the career, but my season. And I'm chilling. I'm chilling back in Atlanta now. Season's over with. Get a call from my coach. Hey man, y'all been selected. I said, bro, you're playing. You're playing. Because
Don't play
to
me
make
like
this
that.
even better is that you sit down and say this is top 50 Division One baseball players out of HBCUs, right? I'm a pitcher. So you have to think about this. I'm not even top 50. I'm really like top 10, top 20.
Okay.
You gotta
Okay.
really think about it.
It's simple
So I
mathematics.
was like, man, I really did something good. And it just almost felt surreal. Like I've played in multiple MLB parks, from playing at Grambling State with at Houston at Minute Maid, and then playing in the MVP Minority Baseball Prospects All-Star game. We played at Truist Park in Atlanta. Now I'm playing on the big stage All-Star Weekend in T-Mobile Park in Seattle. And to make it even better, I flew out, got housed up in the best place.
It's
I'm
okay.
basically a big leaguer for the day. I mean,
Big
for the
time.
weekend, big
Okay.
time. So I really felt good about that. Like, it was to the point where there may be a chance, because the draft is the next day. There may be a chance. I'm being very hopeful. I did a good job. Did this,
Right.
did that. Yeah, things didn't work out as me signing an MLB contract, but at the end of the day, I did get a contract later on to play in the MLB Draft League
That's
as a
that's
professional
right.
baseball player.
That's right.
And I reached my goal. My goal was to say that I was playing professional baseball, and I did. And now I'm looking for a contract right now. I'm a free agent, so
Look,
this time looking for the next contract.
I can think of a variety of teams. I can think of my own team. I'm a Yankees fan. We could use an ace. We could use someone who got a fastball like yours, because like I got to see you throw one time. Your fastball is nasty.
Yeah,
You got a nice fastball. And that's where it surprises me that you weren't a quarterback, because again, a lot of the pitchers growing up, they played football. They got that background of, what I'm saying, throwing. So
yeah,
that's kind of crazy that you were hands in the dirt. You were a lineman on both sides. But
in the
that's
mud.
but so like you described with your process, you've had a very you've had a very unconventional journey that most.
I took the long route. I
Right, right. But it
JUCO
seems
to D2 to D1 to professional. I took the long way.
that's a blessing though, because I feel like it just shows like you're always able to adapt to your circumstances and you're always able to rise to the occasion with what's in front of you. Now, you played, with the Trenton Thunder in the MLB draft league. What was the best, part of that experience for you?
Number one, like we talked about before, you're doing something you love, doing it since 7 years old. Not like you say, this is your hobby. That's my hobby, baseball. Now I'm getting paid for it. What else could I ask for?
Right,
What else could I
right.
ask for? Like I'm going to work. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to work. I'm going to
Yeah,
the
I'm going
field
to
today.
work, right?
I'm going to work. So it feels great knowing that I can just go to work and I'm chilling at the field today. Or I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna pitch today. I'm gonna just give a show. My job is to always bring the fans with me, like knowing that, oh, okay, man, I don't know what this kid is, but I'm gonna sign it. I'm gonna sign his glove, sign his ball. It's always the experience. My job is to, number one, give my team the best shot to win, but also give the fan the experience. Always.
Absolutely. No, I mean, one thing, in watching some of your film, one thing that I really like, because as you mentioned before, you mentioned the country club aspect to
Yeah.
baseball. And baseball, I think part of the disconnect with younger generations, especially younger generations of young black kids, is that culturally that doesn't speak to a lot of our experiences. It doesn't speak to a lot of environments that we're coming from. But with you and watching you, you bring that swag, you bring that energy, like you don't change like who you are or conform to what
Always.
the rest of. And I think that's really admirable. And I think that's why, like, young kids, especially young black kids watching you could really take inspiration from that. What do you feel you could attest that to, in as far as like in the way that you carry yourself while you're playing on the diamond?
I think it's just my parents, man. They always say just be yourself. Whatever you do, be yourself. You can be the worst player out there, or the best player, or the best person. You feel
Right.
me? You're gonna be the best person out there. Be yourself.
I feel that, and you're from Vallejo, so you're a West Coast kid. Was it a culture shock for you coming down south to an HBCU and then going to another HBCU in another state? Was it at all?
Definitely. I remember, for number one, I've never been to the state of Georgia besides the airport. Never, never. I've been to Florida.
So you been to
I'm,
Hartsfield.
nah, yeah. So I came. I remember my first day getting off the plane. I'm in a sweatsuit. I'm good. I take that thing right when I get off the plane. I take it off. It's too hot.
Yeah, that
Georgia heat.
humidity, man, is
Georgia
different.
heat smacked me right in the face. But I've also been to Florida. My brother went to Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona,
Oh,
Florida.
that's
So
amazing. That's amazing.
HBCUs were just a little here. My cousin went to Shaw University.
Okay,
Um,
okay. You really come from some HBCU
yeah.
pedigree. Okay, that's dope.
So I got the little slight feel of HBCUs, but never experienced it. So um we dang, almost lost my track of thought. Say the question again. My bad. Lost my
I
track of
said,
thought.
I said, no, you good. No, but I said, like, what was it a culture shock for you, being a kid from California and coming all the way down south, to first to Atlanta to play at Clark Atlanta and then down to
Gotcha.
Louisiana to play at Grambling State.
Yeah, so like I was saying, Georgia, never been to Georgia in my time. So I remember a quick story real quick. I remember my first road trip for Clark Atlanta. Went to you play Alabama A&M in Huntsville.
Okay.
Drive and everything. Everybody sleep. It's only about a 2 hour drive, 2.5. I turn over to the right. I woke up the whole bus. I woke. Hey, y'all see this? No, I'm gonna keep on going. Like I'm yelling. No one's paying me no mind. I said, y'all see this? This is cotton fields. Never seen cotton fields in a day in my life. I'm
Man,
I'm like a kid in the candy store. This is crazy. I like. Yes, I know we have to have cotton. You feel me? So like there's farms, but I've never seen it. I've
right.
never seen cotton grown a day in my life. So that was a real culture shock to me. And even like
Yeah, welcome to the
going
dirty
down to
South.
Louisiana. Like my people's from Louisiana, my mom's side of the family from Louisiana. I've never been there. But now I'm in Grambling, Louisiana. There's nothing out there. So I was like, oh, I'm slowing down from being in Vallejo, which is more, let me say it's a little outskirts of the city, but still right there. Now I'm
Yeah.
smack downtown in Atlanta. So I'm like this, high pace, boom, 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 to sit down. There's nothing to do. Like you're going to be going to do the country things. You're going out there, you're going to cookouts, you're doing the trail rides and everything in between. Like you're gonna, it's a culture shock, but it was more of a great experience. I would tell anybody, I would do life over again the same exact way. I'm not changing anything because the things I learned, the people I seen, and the things I experienced were just something you can't explain. Like you just had to be there. And I'm grateful for everything I've seen and done, and the people I've met across the way. And just like you,
Hey,
if I would never went to Clark Atlanta University and got my degree, I would have never met you.
hey, much love, my brother.
Yeah,
Likewise, man. I was I remember meeting you, and you were like, "Yeah, I played baseball," and I was just like, that's different because I went to Hampton at first, and
yeah.
we didn't have a baseball team. We had a softball team, but we didn't have a baseball team. So that was different, but it was dope. Like you're really passionate. I was like, that's different, but it's like again, like I remember a time like Derek Jeter was my favorite baseball player growing up. So it's like I remember a time when black kids we could talk about baseball. We like you watch the game, and it wasn't automatically just basketball, football. It's like, oh yeah, no, I watched the playoffs, I watched the World Series, I watched you know what I'm saying the game that was on TV. But you were very passionate, and you were like, yeah, I'm a pitcher. I'm the ace. And he was like, yeah, I throw a mean fastball. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so I got to see for myself. And I was like, man, nah, this brother's nice. So that's dope that you've been able to have so many experiences. I think that's what kind of makes the journey even more rewarding is seeing all the places you've been able to go and you're able to meet different people and kind of build that connection. And for you, having the journey that you've had and being able to constantly adapt, being able to constantly adjust. If you could put out there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're as far as like contractually allowed to say or nothing like that. But if you could have your picking of the team and city that you want to be in, do you have one?
I've learned as a kid, my longtime coach, he told me, I was like this. He said, would you ever play for the Red Sox? I'm a big Yankee fan. I said no as a kid.
Okay.
He said no, right?
Okay.
He said, and I told him, he said, don't say that. He said, at the end of the day, you want to think MLB. MLB being, I don't care what team signs me. I'm from Oakland. I mean, near Oakland and San Francisco. They pick you up, it's a blessing. But at the end of the day, your contract, your check at the end of the day says whatever team, MLB.
You in the MLB, man.
It don't matter. It does not matter. So all of a sudden, I don't care what team I play for. I want to play for MLB. That's my team. MILB rather.
Okay. I feel it. And you mentioned, what I'm saying, like it just made me think about like, being from Oakland. Paul Pierce from Oakland. He grew up a Lakers fan and then he gets drafted to the Celtics. So it's like, you learn to love where you're at because you're like, okay, at the end of the day, this is the team that saw the value in me and is giving me a shot to prove myself. So now it's time to show out and represent well. So I feel it. So we might. So you're saying we might potentially see you up at Fenway Stadium.
Hey, but maybe look. You never know. God's plan.
Okay.
Hopefully. But it
like
doesn't matter. As long as I'm signed, as long as that check at the end of the day says MLB, we're good.
He said, "Hey, it don't matter. I feel
It
it.
doesn't matter.
I feel it." So you being a pitcher and having played against every level of competition, JUCO, D2, D1, played in the MLB Draft League, played in the HBCU Classic. Who do you think is the best hitter that you have faced in your career so far?
I faced a lot of hitters.
I said, yeah, you got a lot of strikeouts, so I know you faced a lot of hitters.
I'm gonna definitely say, we went back and forth. I'm gonna go say my teammate, Grambling State, Cameron Buford. Like we faced each other. We faced each other my first time before I was officially a Tiger. Right. We faced each other at Truist Park for the HBCU All-Star game.
Okay.
Dude was good. I knew who he was. I left the fastball middle. Dude took me dead center. Yeah, it wasn't a home run. It wasn't a home run. Bounced at the top of the wall.
Whew.
After that, once I got to Grambling State, that was the talk of it. Okay, he gonna do you again. We went back and forth, back and forth. He get out twice. He gets 2 hits. We're going back and forth all day. And
Okay.
that's the person that's one of the best hitters I've actually faced. And that personally, because I can say I faced a guy for one. I don't know you from a can of paint, but definitely a person that I have relationship personally and even consistently facing. Definitely, Cameron Buford. Good guy, definitely a good guy.
Okay. And what position does he play?
Corner infield.
Okay.
First
Okay.
base, third base, a little shortstop too.
Okay. So he's all over the field. He's all
Oh
over
yeah.
the field. Okay. So for you, again, still staying on being a pitcher, do you prefer to face right-handed batters or left-handed batters? Because I know some pitchers are like, I do better as a right-handed, going against left-handed batters, and sometimes it's in reverse, vice versa.
I'm gonna say this is I'm not even really gonna answer your question, right? I like to face right-handed batters because I throw a lot of sliders, right?
Okay.
A lot of sliders going into them. I mean, going away from them. Love it. But then my facing left-handed batters, they get the whole arsenal. So it's like it's best of both worlds. It
Right.
depends which pitch is the best that day. So if I'm seeing a whole bunch of lefties and I'm throwing a whole bunch of changeups, and I still get the slider in the back pocket. Now, I don't really throw that many changeups to right-handed batters, but I'm not afraid to. It's a dangerous pitch to do, but I'm not afraid to do it. But I really didn't answer your question. I gave you my perspective though.
I don't know. I mean, but it is eye opening because I feel like every pitcher, has a different perspective because again, like you were saying, baseball is a very mentally driven sport.
Yeah.
So, thinking about that, okay, like I'm throwing right, I'm throwing right-handed, he's batting right-handed, or I'm throwing left-handed and he's batting right-handed. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
really think about what kind of pitches am I going to throw? How can I get him off his game? Because every batter hits differently. So that's interesting though. So you saying I don't know if we got this in this particular recording, but you had mentioned being versatile, saying even you had a six tool in your skill
Yeah.
set. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. So the sixth tool. Let's
yeah,
go.
start that. Yeah,
So you got 5 tools first, and then added 6. So you got the arm, the speed, the bat, the contact, and then the fielding. Right. Those are the
right,
5 tools that MLB scouts grade you on. Right.
right.
And it's the 6th tool. And I've taken this to heart now. I've learned it in the past few weeks. But the heart. That's one thing. That's the 6th tool. And I got a big heart. I'm gonna leave everything out there. Every game is my last. I'm gonna play it like my last. I'm gonna leave everything out there because you never know. Person may be watching you and he be like, "Oh, he had a bad attitude. I don't care about it no more." Or, "Oh, he's so emotional and he brightened up the game. He's a
Right.
dog in the mound." And I may have had the worst. Felt like I can't throw a pitch over the plate at all. But I'm gonna be a dog and I'm gonna have all the heart in the world. I'm gonna leave everything out there. So that's the 6th tool. You gotta have your heart.
Yeah, keep your heart 3 stacks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta be out there giving it your all. So I'm keeping it baseball. We're gonna get to some other questions too. Ask about you as yourself as a person, but as a pitcher, right? But you had mentioned earlier that you came up playing multiple positions: third base, first base, a little shortstop. If you were called up to an MLB team and they say, "Hey, we recognize that you have a talent in being able to be a consistent batter, but also being a pitcher," like a la Shohei Otani
Yeah.
well, now the Dodgers. Sorry, I was about to say
Yeah.
Angels, but now the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That I mean, the contract he got, man, that could feed a whole family,
No.
for life.
Tenfold.
That could feed a small country.
Definitely.
um, would you, if given that opportunity? Now, granted, you're a tremendous ace, and it's your pedigree speaks for itself. But would you take that opportunity to be someone who gets a lot of reps at bat and also is the ace pitcher?
I'm not gonna lie to you, no. Straight to it. Like
I feel
these guys are called professional hitters for a reason. I
it.
can't see the ball over 90 miles an hour. I can't. I
Okay.
dropped that bat. I can't see it. Can't tip your cap. If I have to face myself I'm getting myself out 9 times out of 10 times.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
I know I am because I bat left-handed. So I know I would pitch myself accordingly.
Ah,
So just imagine another person.
okay.
I can't do it. That's why they're
Okay.
professional hitters. They do their job.
You
But
like
if you told me
it's
I
levels
can play a
to it.
position though. But you tell me to swing the bat, now I'm good.
He said, "Yeah, coach.
I'm out. I'm a free out.
I see how he's throwing today.
I'm good.
Don't do that. Don't put
Guys
me
throw
on
too hard nowadays. Guys throwing 100. I can't do it. I can't.
it. I feel it. What
Respectfully.
yeah, no, you got to know your limitations. You got to know where you're gonna
Yeah.
best fit, you
Gotta
know.
know when to hold them. Gotta know when to walk away.
How you in your career you were able to record a shutout. How hard was that game for you? Because pitching a shutout is not easy. That's not an easy feat for a pitcher to get.
That's tough. Like that was against Alcorn State. That was a tough game still. We won. It was like a let me say like 12-0, whatever, right? But you had to be locked in, knowing that okay, my hitters are making plays behind. I mean, my hitters are actually hitting the ball, getting extra base hits and such. I got solid defense. Yeah, I might as well keep on going. Like, don't
Yeah.
take me out of this game. I'm pitching the other game, so I might as well keep on going. It's really mentally tasking. And then, look, like we talk about mentally tasking, and you can go out playing after football. Right when I finish the game, lights out, lights out. I was tired.
Like Lorenzo, you trying to go out, man? My arm is sore. I'm asleep.
don't
Don't call my phone.
don't do nothing.
I feel it. Well, I mean, so a little bit outside of just baseball, you've been able to live in multiple cities. What's been your favorite city that you've been able to live and experience so far?
Um, it's been a lot.
It's been around the world, fellas. It's been
I
around the
have,
world.
I have, I have. I don't even want to give a city. I feel like I'm gonna discredit all the places I appreciate everything I've done. I'm gonna just give a region. I'm gonna say the Southeast, right?
Okay.
The Southeast. I can give that. Obviously, California always had my heart, but I've been everywhere. I tell all my recruits now I'm a college coach. I tell my recruits I've been to 26 different states. I played in 23 of them. So I've been to places where I just visit for a day or I've stayed there multiple times. Like, for example, I played baseball and I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Florida, now Georgia, Louisiana, obviously California, and Jersey. Forgot about Jersey, but
Yeah,
I would
Trent. Shout
say
out to
the
Trenton, right?
Southeast. Yeah, I would say the Southeast because it's a lot of places there, and they all hold some kind of value to me. So Southeast, that would be the region for me.
Okay, okay. What when you're coaching, you're coaching kids and you're imparting wisdom and you're giving them advice. What's the what's the consistent piece of advice that you give them? Especially again, someone like you has had a journey that not everybody can handle. Being able to pick up and go to the next place and be ready to ball out. What kind of lessons do you like to impart upon your kids when you coach them?
Number one, be true to yourself. True to yourself, and always have that person to rely on. And even it can be a friend, your mom, brother, sister, dad. It doesn't matter. That open window, I can call you anytime. Hey man, you good? Yeah, bro. I'm tired. Just talk to you real quick, just to get your mind away from the game, because this game can be overwhelming and almost to the point where you can, oh, I'm tired, I'm done. But
Right.
you realize that's just your intrusive thought saying I'm done. Your
Yeah.
heart says, no, we're staying here for sure.
Like, nah, we locked in. We're not going
Yeah,
nowhere.
we're not going nowhere. So just having that security for yourself, having that person to rely on, and then just knowing their ultimate goal. And then baseball may end for you tomorrow or 17 years from now. Knowing that you did everything you can from hour 1 to year 12 or year 17 or until the rest of your life, whatever it is, you're giving everything you got every time.
Everything. You got to give it your all. I feel that. I feel that. What's you know, so you've been able to have a lot of different experiences. What is your personal favorite collegiate memory as a baseball player?
Well, that's a lot. Hey, that's the question I really have to sit back and think. Like,
Hold on now.
there's a lot there. I would say it's a lot. I really would say I don't. Where was it? I would say Definitely road trips. I think the longest road trip we had, I'm gonna say from Grambling State, it was probably the trip to Atlanta for the SWAC tournament.
Okay.
That was let me not say that trip back to Grambling was bittersweet because that'll be the last time. But
Right.
that trip out there, we know, okay, we're going to the SWAC tournament. This is what we worked for. We
Yeah.
won the Western Division side. We did this, we did that. Now it's time to finish the job.
Time to show and prove.
It was a great trip. It was it's maybe a 7-8 hour drive from Louisiana to Atlanta, but
I know
when
that
I tell
traffic
you,
is cool.
when I woke up and got that bus at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, we got there. That was a great trip. It was just a whole bunch of memories. People laying on the floor, people bringing their PlayStations and playing it.
Oh
Like
man.
you're here for a while, so you might as well be
Yeah.
comfortable. Like it's those memories you're not gonna get back, and even just going back and eating breakfast in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I'll be sitting here with my headphones in, having my phone, just going on Instagram, Twitter, talking to people.
For sure.
Don't say a word to me right
You're
now.
like,
And then just
yeah,
laughing
I'm
about it. Just
here.
hey, taking pictures, see it in the group chat, bro. Oh, Uncle over there look like a truck driver. Like
No,
I
them
got
group
a whole
chats.
flannel on with no t-shirt with shorts. They roasted me and just having fun. Just always talking. Like this is a real brotherhood. Like I love it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you mentioned all the stuff like a lot of your experience you're talking about is stuff that isn't even in the game, but you're talking about the camaraderie, building that brotherhood with your teammates, and sharing in
Definitely.
the experience together. What's what are some hobbies of yours that many wouldn't know?
One, I'm an outdoorsy person. Like I like hiking. I like fishing.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting into reading books now. Getting to reading, but I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I get into photography. I used to be like an avid photographer, freelancer. I don't like taking pictures of people. I don't. I'm a
Okay.
real I like going outside, take a picture of the tree, and it looks good. But I'm gonna take it first up to scale. It looks great. And also, I'm getting into cutting hair. Like I'm cutting hair to the point where it's almost like a therapy for guys. You know, a lot of people don't go
Yeah.
therapy. And actually just be a person you can just sit here and you don't even say a word, you just talk about the gamer. Hey man, how you and your moms? How you and your girl? Are you good? Yeah, we just chilling. Chilling. Are you good? Yeah. And you
Hey,
end up despite anything goes on, he may not say a word or you say 10,000 words, but you're gonna walk out there with a smile because you look fresh.
absolutely. Look, the relationship, between a black man and his barber
Man, I
is one of
tell
the
you.
most important because he
I'm telling you.
responsible. He responsible with what's going to happen these next 3 to 4 weeks, man. It could
Man, I
get
tell you.
it could be great.
I'll be mad. I'll be mad if I walk out of my hairline like this. Cause now it makes it even worse. Cause my hair look good, but my lineup bad. So now I gotta scramble my
You
hair.
got to style
Hair.
it a little
I'm
bit.
not doing that. I'm not.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so wow, you know what? Like I never would have known that you were an outdoors person, and I never would have known that you cut hair on the side. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're keeping yourself occupied and busy, and immersing yourself in other things to give you some fulfillment and give you some enjoyment. That's dope. That's dope.
Oh, also
When
I
you
like cars too, man. I like cars. Love cars.
well, I mean, you know what? That makes sense. Being from the Bay Area, that car culture is very much there.
Oh yeah, you see what's on what look, oh, doesn't you show us on here? The RT, man. The RT.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
Got the RT right here, man. I love
okay.
my cars.
Okay. They taking care of a brother right now.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. Hey, look, that's amazing. So when you were at Clark, and obviously as stated before, I met you at Clark. Um, you were there from 2019 or 2020 up to
2019, fall 19 to I grabbed my I walked. Let me say I finished my undergrad in 21, and I
okay.
walked in that spring of
So you
22.
walked yeah. So you graduated with me, right?
Yeah, I
Spring.
graduated with you. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, after you graduated, did you automatically know that you were going to be going to Grambling, or is that something that like
I
you
was
were
like this.
figuring out?
I wanted to go someplace to literally say that let me not say that I can do better, but I wanted to challenge myself even more. Like I did what I had to do in this conference for a while, and I was like, let's get a little more. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I want to stay with HBCU, so let me stay and let's go to SWAC. Let's go to the MEAC. I was like, okay, Grambling State would be a great choice for me. I was like, I know one person up there, played with me at JUCO. That's one of the reasons why I went there. And we happen to be one of the best 1-2 combos in the SWAC, just like we were in the JUCO.
He said, let's keep the momentum going. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. Now, you being an athlete, and I've asked different athletes this because that's why, because it's like I feel like only an athlete would be able to understand. Mm-hmm. But do you enjoy, like, is baseball the first sport that you will turn on to watch on TV? Because I've met people who are like, you know what, like I love basketball, I love football, but it's not my favorite sport to watch.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm right there with you. Like, I love watching baseball, but then I also love like I told you, first love football. I'm gonna watch football every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday. I mean, every Thursday night. And if they got a Friday night game, I'm gonna watch it too. And guess what? If it's Saturday, I'm gonna watch it too. Because college Saturdays, I'm gonna watch it. But baseball is more the thing that I like watching college baseball.
Okay.
I like watching college baseball. Now, if I'm going to the game, like going to watch the Braves, I'm gonna watch them in person. It's a whole different experience.
I feel definitely. Yeah, because I've talked to different athletes, and like I said, I get a variety of answers of, I actually would only like going to see my sport if I'm there present versus watching TV, because it gives you a different experience. And like you were saying earlier, you're like, look, I'm going there, I'm gonna give y'all a show. You're gonna get your money's worth. You come to watch me play. But everybody has kind of a different process. And I mean, when you're playing a game, who's on your pregame playlist that gets you hyped and going? Because you're from the Bay Area, y'all got a lot of great musical talent that's came out, still thriving and killing it today. So who are some people that get you motivated before you go out and pitch?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little different. Baseball is a game you gotta be mellow. My adrenaline gets so high that I'll start shaking because I'm so amped up. I gotta bring my levels down. So I make my playlist is full of old school music, and then like right now, I got a whole bunch of Rod Darius, man, Rod Wave. That's gonna get me down. That's gonna get me down to the point where I can just relax. Okay. Yeah. He's talking more deep and everything, but just knowing that smooth beat, that smooth tone is gonna get me there. Just relax. And then once you get that game, once I take them headphones off, the adrenaline starts pumping up. We're rolling. And by the time I finish, it's game time. And by the time I finish, I blink again. My outing's done for the day.
So you can throw on some Al Green and some Frankie Beverly and Mays, and then go out there.
Look, they on the playlist. They on the playlist.
Okay, that's dope. Because that's one thing too. Like I've played different sports my whole life, and I feel like you were saying, different sports call for a different approach to it. And definitely a sport like baseball, you were saying it's all about the mental. It's all about being able to level yourself out, being able to fully focus. And I definitely think that like baseball is more so a sport where having that mellow music, especially in the pressure, you being the pitcher, you're the ace, you want something that's going to keep you smooth, keep you even keel, versus like coming out there, I'm on 10, I'm ready to go get active, I'm ready to go get crazy with it, so that makes sense. What do you feel like, I kind of asked you this earlier, but as a pitcher, and you mentioned the versatility with your skill set, but what do you feel like you bring that's unique and different that other pitchers can't bring to an MLB organization?
Man, I don't want to sound cocky, but me, my I mean, like we talked about, my swagger, my just the way I move around. I'm a carefree person on the mound. I can care less about what just happened 10 minutes ago, right before I walked across, right between I crossed that line. I don't care. I'm having a good time. It's me and my catcher, and then it's 7 guys behind me. I could care less what happened. I'm just happy there. There's been times where I danced on the mound a little bit, just dancing. Somebody's walk-up music was good. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna dance with you. And people get mad. Some person told me, he was like, man, everybody's mad at you because you dance on the mound while giving it, like shoving it to us. I was like, well, my bad for having a good game, and y'all got good walk-up music. Like, what can I say?
I'm just enjoying myself. This is
you don't want to take away the fun. This is a child's game that grown men play.
Thank you, because
Have fun.
that's one thing. Sports, at the end of the day, like you said, it's a child's game that grown men play. But at the end of the day, you made it to that level where it's like, no, this is a highly paid child's game that grown men is playing.
Hmm.
That's dope. Okay. So yeah, and again, having been able to see you in person play, you do bring that kind of energy. You do bring that kind of easygoingness
Yeah,
that
easy, cheerful. Just it brighten up the room.
I feel that. I feel that. It's so um with you having been, having the experiences that you have had so far, and you're about to be. Are you 25 or are you still
I'm
24?
24. I just turned 24.
You just turned 24.
Yeah, November.
Okay. Wait. What did you graduate high school? We the same age, right? You graduated
I
17.
graduated high school at 17.
Okay, so we the same
And
graduating class. Okay, yeah. So, you're still young in your career. You're still, you know, you're still establishing yourself. But
yeah,
long term, looking ahead, what kind of legacy when you retire? What kind of legacy do you hope to leave and be remembered for? It's a deep
man.
one. I know that's a lot to throw, but I
It
gotta
it
throw that.
is, but it's really not though. It just be that person you always can rely on, man. It's when you talk about being a leader, like I'm not a very vocal person, but I've always been known to lead from the back. I'm gonna always lead by example. He did. Let me not. I'm gonna not say I'm gonna do everything correctly, but he did most things correctly. He did
Right,
it. He did it in the right way. Doing the little things right. That's the only thing that really matters. Yeah, you do a good thing, but you did 10 little things very wrong. I'd rather do 10 little things correctly that really matter than miss out on one big opportunity.
right,
Like I really was. Let me not say it is. I mean was, but I'm a person who really cares about everyone else and even cares about my appearance because at the end of the day, I'm in an individual team sport game. So if I do good, my team does good.
whole team does, right.
So when I do good, I want everyone to be uplifted. So I'm gonna give everyone their flowers. Okay, man, I would have never got this shutout right if you would have never made that play because
Exactly.
it was less than 2 outs. If you never made that catch across the diamond, the score would have been totally different. I'm always give someone their flowers, man.
Respect. I respect that. And that's all the reason why I wanted to have you here because you've been killing it ever since I've known you. I've known you now. Crazy to believe, but that's 4 years. 2020 was 4 years ago.
Yep.
And it's hard to time has flown by, especially with COVID. But seeing you shine, seeing you do so well, and seeing you really put on, it's been dope to see. And I've been like, nah, someone like this, and especially someone who's as down to earth and just a cool person. Every time I run into him, I ran into you a variety. I ain't gonna put
Yep.
nobody in this, but I ran into you in a variety of different places
Hey,
at
man.
school, and
I'm always
it's always been an experience, man. It's always been nothing but positive, interactions with you. So that's why I was like, nah, I definitely want to give someone like this the spotlight to be appreciated and to have their talent and their hard work that they put in recognized. Because man, saying again, you killing it right now. You
That's,
rooting for
I
you.
appreciate you. Look. Like I say, I always give my flowers. You appreciate you giving my flowers.
Hey, of course, of course.
Always, man.
So this I've been asking you a whole lot of questions, but this is a fun one. This and after that, I know you got some things to do and whatnot. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but you know you go on to two HBCUs. Now, are you the type to go to both homecomings, or are you gonna be like, I'm
And
going
did
to Clark
and
or I'm
did
going to
and
Grambling?
did. Already did.
Oh, okay,
Did.
okay,
Already did. And did.
okay,
I'm
okay,
not. Look, I'm here now. Like I'm on campus at Clark right now. I'm a
okay.
man at CAU.
Yes,
Whenever
sir.
I do finish my degree at Grambling State, I'm gonna be a G man. But I'm always be here because this is where my undergrad was.
Right,
I'm
right.
always be here, but also look, I'm a G man too soon.
Okay. Congrats.
I've been
Salute.
planning to do it.
Okay. Now, you know, to fully, put the icing on the cake. Who had the better homecoming this last year?
Hey, I'm gonna lie to you. Those are two. Look, I don't want to be biased, right? I don't want to be biased, right? But they're two different fields. You got a country feel and you got a city feel.
Mm,
You got to understand what's going on.
right.
You gonna be outside all day at Graham, and then you're gonna be tailgating. Now you got the game, and it's a slight tailgate here. it's totally different. And then you also got the city of Atlanta. So it's kind of like a little hard to explain. Like, I'm going to say,
It's tough, right?
I don't even know, man. I love both of them. I really did. I really loved it. Like, you get best of both worlds. You get the country feel, you get the city feel. I'm gonna
Okay.
leave it there. There's no answer. There's no that.
I
It's a
feel it. You know, hey, look,
tie.
the politically correct answer. No, I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a tie, man. It's a tie. It's great.
I
Got to
feel it.
experience it. Come out to Grand one time.
Hey, nah, look, hey man, I know several people who went to Grambling, and that's in Baton Rouge, right?
No, that's in Southern. That's Southern. Southern's in
Southern
Baton Rouge. Gramblin's in Grambling, Louisiana.
Grambling, Louisiana. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, I know several people who went there, work with several people actually who went there, and they were like, yeah, it's a different kind of atmosphere and energy, but it's very down to earth. People are very opening and friendly, and if you in the right pockets and you know the right people, you can have fun. So I
Definitely.
might have to see what's up. Okay, all
We
right,
on a
that's
tour, man. We on
hey,
a
well,
tour.
hey, look, I didn't get to go to the last two homecomings for Clark, so next one, I'm knock on wood, I'm there, so I know I'm gonna run into you. I'm definitely gonna, we're gonna
I'm here.
communicate, we're
I'm
gonna chop
here.
it up, we're gonna chop
But
it up. But
once
it's
that calendar drop, I'm there.
hey, nah, for real though, for real though. But Lorenzo, I really do again appreciate you so much for coming onto my platform today, talking with me, talking baseball, talking your journey, talking about your passions, inspirations, what's gotten you here to this point. And again, congratulations on all your success. You know what I'm saying? Still being in school, but also still being in the game. You still a professional at the end of the day. Nobody can take that from you. So, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. It's been a pleasure being able to shed light on your experiences and again, watching your journey unfold right in front of our eyes. So again, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board today.
Thank you. I appreciate being here, man. Just keep on going with the pod, man. I know it's episode 3, but next thing you know, it's gonna be episode 50 and now 1,000 real soon. So keep
Hey,
on going, man. Keep on going.
absolutely, absolutely. I would, definitely would love to, what I'm saying, because I know you as well do a little bit of content creation stuff
Yeah.
yourself. You mentioned photography, so we gotta do something. We gotta,
Mm-hmm.
get together and collaborate and build because that's what one thing about the HBCUs that's very important is people in that space finding people to network with, finding people to do awesome stuff with because it's all about collaboration.
Yep. Collaboration and fellowship, man. Always trying to collaborate, man. Be one with each other.
You feel me? Well, and as I didn't know you were a Yankees fan, but this, my respect for you grows even further because you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man. The Stroh show this year he gonna have to do something. Stroman gonna show out. He gonna have to show out.
He better.
Hometown guy, right?
He
He said he
better.
wants to play there.
He better. With that contract, he better.
Come on.
And that was one thing. But hey, look, not gonna lie, man. Hey, I feel like you could handle the Bronx. I feel like that bullpen could use an ace like you up there
Come
with
on.
the slider, with the fastball, with the what I'm saying, the ability to do change. Yeah, we could use somebody like you up there.
Definitely.
But all that aside, thank you so much again, Lorenzo. It's been a pleasure having you on here, and I hope wish you the best of luck. Going to be following you on your journey, and tell them where people can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at foreign FOREIGN_LP. And then you can find me on Twitter at D1_LP, man. Always trying to build my platform. Always an open door. If I don't reach out, you can reach out on the next platform. Yes, my Instagram is a professional Instagram, so it may go to my request box. Be patient with me, please. Like, please. I'm
He's
a
got, he's
busy
got
guy.
wow.
From
Hey man,
recruiting to
he might be
people
cutting
sliding.
somebody's hair. He might be out here
Always.
fishing.
Definitely. Please be patient with me. I will
For
reach back
sure.
with you.
For sure. Well, Lorenzo, as I said, because they say goodbye, it's so hard to say, but I appreciate you coming on the platform. Appreciate you talking, sports, talking life, and talking culture.
Yeah,
And best of luck to you on your journey the rest of my way, my brother.
definitely. You too, man. Keep shining.
Hey, no doubt, no doubt. Well, that was chilling with Dylan. episode 3, sports, music, and life takes. And I say this because this is my slogan. I've actually, it's now been a decade since I've had it, so I'm putting it out there. This is my thing. Can't nobody take it from me. But you know,
Trademark.
for all those watching at home, stay tuned for more content. But as always, I'm Dylan Bruton signing out. Y'all keep it chill.
Sir.